the record to me thematically is asking a lot of things, and part of it is me as a 13-year-old looking forward to the 21st century and what that might be, and my hopes and dreams and aspirations for that as a teenager. And then that's kind of counterbalanced, if that's probably not the term, but somewhat counterbalanced by my being a 48-year-old looking at the 21st century from, we're nearing the end of the first decade of the 21st century. That's it's a significant time in my lifetime, in yours, and all of ours, whether we know it or admit it. And I think my perspective on it is probably very different from an 18-year-old's. But the past 8 years have flown by, and it feels to me like, you know, historians are going to look back on this decade, and it might represent nothing more than a gross overreaction on the part of the current administration to 9/11, and not a lot more. Now, I think if I was 18, I would feel very different about that, because I know as a teenager there were events going on in the world that I was aware of or not aware of, and that weighed on me or played into my my unconscious on different levels, or not. But I'm looking at the 21st century in 2008 from the perspective of a 13-year-old in 1973.
Taking, viewed with idealism. And
yeah, idealism, and like, you know, Ryan McGinnis, the great graphic artist, I did an interview once, and I've quoted this before, but he said, "Where's my jetpack?" And that's really how I feel about the 21st century. Like, when I was 13, I had a year-long course in environmental science, and one of my 7 classes that year was about ecology. It wasn't called the environment then; it was called ecology, and how we were going to find alternative fuel sources and energy sources so that by the 21st century we would be in this fantastic place where, there's my coffee, thank you so much. Now I can really talk. We're going to be in this incredible place where that won't be a concern of ours, and all the things that were happening then, from women's liberation in 1973 to the civil rights movement, which had just happened, would make a black man and a woman running for president kind of a no-brainer and not a big deal, and that would not be part of the question or the argument of, are these people capable, or how weird is it that a black man or a woman is running for president. Instead, we would be way beyond that. And I look at where we are, and it's like, wow, you know, I've been disappointed time and again by the policymakers and the people that we put into power, and I'm just kind of fed up with it. I'm kind of like, I'm ready for something more progressive than this.